The Champions League is back for a final group stage match day. And this time, it's like the final match day of a league season. Every game will be played on the same day at the same time. So, everybody will play at the same time. And every game will probably end around the same time to know your fate. Now, talking about the table, as you can see, it's a very precarious table because we have 7 teams who are on the same point and all are vying to qualify for the round of 16. Others are trying to get into the playoffs. Now, at this point in time, we can say there are only 2 teams basically have qualified for the round of 16. I think just Arsenal and Bayern. From Real Madrid at 15 points to Liverpool at 15 points, Tottenham Hotspur at 14, and then the gang of 13 pointers. PSG at 13 points, Newcastle 13 points, Chelsea 13 points, Barcelona 13 points, Sporting Lisbon 13 points, Man City 13 points, Atletico de Madrid 13 points, Atalanta 13 points. Anything can happen. Now let's talk about the games that may decide some of these 13 pointers. Let's first talk about Chelsea taking on Napoli away from home. Chelsea also happens to be one of the 13 pointers who are hoping that they will do something, but they have to beat Napoli away to qualify. Now, it gets interesting because Napoli is not in the same position as Chelsea. Napoli is facing an exit. Napoli is 25th on the table, although they are 8 points with some other teams. But Napoli is 25th on the table, trying to force their way into a playoff position. Can Chelsea send Napoli? So Napoli is facing an exit.
Yeah.
Chelsea is facing an automatic qualification into the round of 16. Can Chelsea dump out Napoli out of the Champions League?
Well,
because if Napoli loses,
out of
Chelsea will qualify automatically to the round of 16, but Napoli will be out.
Well, I think one thing Antonio Conte has always been clamoring for is that his side cannot play they can't focus on the competition at the same time. And he said it's only one competition they can focus on, and that's the league competition. And he said the Champions League they might need to forfeit the Champions League. And I think that's kind of telling on the squad and the results right now. Because away from home, Napoli have been very, very poor away from home in the Champions League this season. I think they've not won. I don't think they've won any game away from home, or even if they won, that's going to be just one match away from home this season. So that shows you how bad they've been away from home. And right now, they're playing against the Chelsea side, who are passing in the euphoria of a new coach. We have a new coach right now, Liam Rosner. He's doing very well. They're in top 5 in the Premier League. What else can we ask for?
He has not lost a game in the Premier League. He has also won the Champions League.
Pedro is scoring. Stefan is scoring.
The defense seems more solid. I mean, if they could keep a clean sheet against Brentford.
He almost won't kept one.
Against Crystal Palace too.
So right now they are playing against the Napoli side that lost over the weekend to Juventus. I mean, Juventus, okay, they are playing very well, but then they are defending champions, but then they are losing away to Juventus in the league. Juventus, they are not small with as well, but then they still lost 3 goals to nil to Juventus.
That's a demolition. That's just an
even the commentator yesterday said that's embarrassing for Napoli as well, and they are the current champions in Italy. So it shows you, and also right now they've lost yesterday. They've kind of dropped a little bit away from the
title race.
So that shows they might also want to put in more effort
behind AC Milan and
effort in the Champions League. But then Antonio Conte is looking at this side and he's saying, can this side actually compete more in the Champions League? They might want to focus more right now. They want to put all their energy right now in the league. We all know that 8 points. It's all gone right there for them in Champions League. But then for Chelsea, let's not forget last time we went to Italy and we played against Atlanta, we lost.
So Italy is not a good team
for Chelsea right now. This is in Champions League.
All right, let's talk about let's talk about another game. This time, this one is between 2 13 pointers. PSG against Newcastle United. Now, both of them on 13 points. As a matter of fact, they are following each other. PSG 6th, 13 points. Newcastle is 7th, 13 points. It looks like only one of them can make it.
Yes.
PSG at the Parc des Princes, but PSG is struggling seriously.
So
Since this season, they have been struggling. So, can Newcastle shock the defending champions? There is that thing that defending champions don't usually do well. Sometimes they go crash out of the group stage.
Yes,
can Newcastle shock the defending champions in this game?
We can't take anything out of that particular game because if you look at Newcastle, they might be bad in the league game, but look at them in the Champions League. They haven't really been doing bad, and PSG has been bad, really, quite bad. And considering the kind of power and force Newcastle brings to the game, fine, they'll be playing away from home. They'll be playing away from home, and they will need to be at their best. They need to be at their best, but I see them shocking your PSG because PSG, the way they play and how they try to dominate games, little mistakes from the midfield, little mistakes at the edge of the box, and you look at it, it has been reoccurring in their Champions League games. Mistakes. They lose the ball and they concede goals. They lose the ball in the midfield. They try to pass from the back. They make mistakes. They concede goals. So I won't take out an upset from the game.
Well, for me actually, I don't really think an upset will be this game because if you look at their match against Auxerre over the weekend, they rested virtually all their starting level.
Like this is a priority.
Yeah, and Luis Enrique knows it's all but nothing. Everything they are going with all fire. And one thing that has been missing in Paris Saint-Germain's game this season has been the goals. They found it out to actually score goals, and that's due to the fact that there's a way Ousmane Dembele, they've been in and out with injuries. Injuries have kind of been the thing that has hampered them this season, and right now these guys are bad. I think the only match they lost since Dembele and Dewey Gopa has been the match against Paris FC. That's the only match they lost since these guys go back. Even against Auxerre, it took Dembele assist for PSG to actually get the win against Auxerre in the league. So that kind of shows you these two guys. They know what they want. What they want to do is they want to play against Newcastle with their players fresh. Hakimi is back right now. They will have Marquinhos and also they have William Pacho fresh as well. And then Nuno Mendes also be fresh. And in their midfield, they've got Vitinha, they've got João Neves, they've got Fabian Ruiz as well. Around in the attack, they've got Magulu, they've got Kvaratskhelia, they've got Dembele and Dewey as well. So
Bakola scored during the weekend. So
these guys will be fresh from the fact that most of them sat on the bench against Auxerre, playing against a Newcastle side.
Well, let's talk about this game. It doesn't have much bearing. Benfica is practically out. Real Madrid looks like they'll qualify, but then it looks like it's been a dream return to management for Jose Mourinho because it has helped him to face at least two of his former sides. Not long after he joined Benfica, he had to face Chelsea, and on Wednesday he'll be up against Real Madrid.
Well,
and there are rumors that what's the name of this the president, Florentino Perez, is favoring maybe a Mourinho return in the summer. Could this be maybe like another interview, an audition for him to see if he still got it? You can still do something.
I think the difference in the game is going to be the quality. If you're going to go and play Madrid, you have to be wary of the quality they have. And I don't really rate Benfica, especially when they are playing and they need to win by all costs. And you definitely they're not going to come and they're actually not the kind of team that dominates you like that. Not they only look for their chances, the chance they can get.
Their moments,
and the few moments they can get goals actually, and they have some few quality players. But playing against Madrid, that is now under a new coach, where everybody wants to play well, and the team seems to be playing like a unit after a long while. I think the difference is going to be the quality.
The quality. Okay, let's quickly do something now. Let's reel out the fixtures, and then we'll now do permutation of those who finished top 8. So quickly, the fixtures on Wednesday, we'll have AS Monaco against Juventus. We have Arsenal against Cagliari Tamati. I think Arsenal can use that as a bounce back, and it's going to be at the Emirates, so no surprises there. Sporting Lisbon against Atletico Bilbao. Atletico Madrid against Bodo Glimt. Well, if they can beat against Man City, maybe Atletico Madrid should be careful. Barcelona, at the Camp Nou against Copenhagen, I think that's easy. Leverkusen against Villarreal. Villarreal is out already, so they have nothing to fight for. Benfica against Real Madrid. Inter against Borussia Dortmund. Inter Milan vying to get into top 8. I think they've got about 12 points. Dortmund also, hoping that they can get the better of Inter. They can also make it. Club Brugge against Marseille. Eintracht Frankfurt against Tottenham Hotspur. These are very interesting games. Man City against Osimhen's Galatasaray. Now let's see what happens. And it's going to be at the Etihad Stadium. And Man City is one of the teams that is struggling to make it into the playoffs, and it's very important for them this season into the round of 16 because they went into playoffs last season. They didn't get lucky in the draws. They were drawn against Real Madrid, and that's how they went out. It's most likely PSG may also be in the playoffs, so they had better just qualify for the round of 16 because in fact the teams that are going to be in the playoffs this season, there's no way that will not see some top teams crash out before the round of 16. Of course, we got Napoli against Chelsea, PSV against Bayern, Pafos, Slavia Prague, PSG against Newcastle, and of course, Royal Union Saint Galois against Atalanta. So, let's quickly take a look at the table. Let's talk about the permutation, the combinations, and those who could possibly make it into the round of 16, and those who may have to settle for a playoff. So let's put Arsenal and Bayern Munich aside. I think they are good to go. Real Madrid should get better of Benfica and qualify, right?
Definitely, they should.
Yes.
Liverpool is going to be taking on. Let me see. Liverpool is going to be taking on Karabakh at Anfield. So it's expected Liverpool should win. Of course. And Liverpool already have 15 points right now. Yeah, so it's expected that they should win and qualify. So that makes it 4 teams, Tottenham Hotspur. This may be it for Tottenham Hotspur. They go away to Frankfurt and they have to win.
I'm still tipping Tottenham Hotspur to actually qualify because right now this season Frankfurt.
They're down there. I think they're the 4th worst team in
the just sacked their coach as well. So
just 3 points so far this season.
They struggled against Karabakh in their last match.
Yeah. Karabakh beat them 3-2.
Yeah. So I say
Tottenham haven't been so bad. They haven't been
in the Champions League in Europe. Their bad form, just like last season, has been in the Premier League. In Europe, they haven't been so bad. So Tottenham to make it, that's 5 teams. The remaining 3. Things are getting very interesting. PSG takes on Newcastle.
Yes, PSG to make it.
So Newcastle drops out because they
are
both of them.
The quality will be the difference.
Yes.
The quality will be the difference.
And then there will be just one more team. Barcelona, Chelsea, Man City. All we have to vie for that one place. Who gets it?
I will be going for Barca based on who they are facing.
Man City will not beat the Galatasaray.
Yeah, Man City will beat Galatasaray,
but they'll be on the same point, so on goal difference they will edge them.
I see Barca going ahead of Manchester.
So we're going to have. So what about Chelsea? Chelsea takes on
Napoli.
Chelsea
take on Napoli.
Yeah.
Chelsea knows how to play games like this. They will beat Napoli.
Yeah, they might beat Napoli,
but they might not qualify.
They might not qualify automatically.
So there's a possibility, if what you're saying, is anything to go by, there's a possibility of Newcastle, Chelsea, Manchester City, Atletico de Madrid, Inter Milan, Juventus, Borussia Dortmund, all playing playoffs.
Yes.
That playoffs is going to be one to look out for.
I think that's why you ever changed it to.
They wanted us to have this kind of moments.
Yes.
Where we look forward.
It's enticing actually.
So it's going to be interesting.
Well, interesting. Well, those are the permutations for the Champions League. It's going to be interesting on Wednesday. We're going to have that league final day feel where you are practically monitoring every venue. You know, you are watching one game or at most 2 games, but you are practically, you know, on live score.
It's been a while.
You know, you are practically on live score, looking at as the goals are coming in, as the table.
And expect shockers too.
Yeah. For practically every goal that gets scored, the table changes. You know, it's going to be interesting. So Wednesday is going to be interesting on in the Champions League, and of course, let us know who you think would be making the top 8 and would be crashing out. Don't forget to like and subscribe on all our social media platforms, including YouTube. Thank you for listening.